This is an update on Camo, and we haven't done an update on Camo in a while. And he's bigger, that's for sure, than when he first came here. He's been here for longer than 30 days. And at 30 days, he could have gone back because he was being compliant. He was retrieving keys. He can retrieve glasses. He can do dummy launcher retrieves. So he could have gone back at 30 days, but we're keeping him a little bit longer because he's Camo and he's awesome. Now, a little backstory about Camo. Camo was a dog that was dumped. And he was dumped. This dog, one of the more loyal dogs I've ever worked with. And when I mean loyal, I mean if you passed out in the woods, you were ill, he wouldn't run and go get help. What he would do is, because he's a dog, he can't go get help. He's not Lassie. What he would do, he would stay by you and probably lick your face. Maybe lay down beside you. That's Camo. That's what we're dealing with here. He's kind of like this gentle soul. I'm not saying that he wouldn't eat a baby bird. He would. He would. But he's a dog. But he's awesome. And he's doing everything that he had to do, and we're going to keep him a little bit longer. When he first came here, he was totally flipped out. But like I said, he was dumped. What it appeared happened was the car pulled over. There were tracks, and he was found by people that do survival skills, and at least one of the owners is a tracker. So he said it was very apparent that somebody pulled over with the car, got out of the car, went to the other side, threw out all the dog vomit, and cleaned up with wet naps, and then threw out the dog. So the dog was found on a pile of vomit and wet naps. Camo was ditched. They looked for the owner. Has no chip or anything. So this is an awesome dog that was thrown away, and this happens to how many millions of dogs end up in a bad situation? Lots. 4 million dogs die every year. 4 million dogs are dying every year. That's just in the United States. This guy's awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. I love him. He's a great dog. Now, when he first came here, he was freaked out by people. Like if we were out on the street and somebody was walking towards us, he would get all barn sour and shit. When I first met him, he wouldn't let me near him, so we leashed him and I just carried him around until he got used to me. So it's real barn sour. He's not like that anymore. He's not shy. He was gun shy. We fixed that. He's not gun shy anymore. And he's just doing awesome. His housebreaking, no accidents. No accidents since the first week. He's on a raw diet. He loves the raw diet. I gave him a piece of raw chicken this morning. And he eats so fast that I gave it to him frozen. And that slowed him down a little bit. You can do that. You can give the dog frozen leg quarters, and that way they have to expend a lot of energy to eat, and that's very natural. Feeding your dog a pet food is totally unnatural. They just go over to the bowl, they eat it, and then they leave. But if you feed them raw diet, like raw chicken legs, they have to eat. It keeps their teeth nice and clean. You don't have to worry about their teeth. You have them on pet food, their teeth look shitty. By the time the dog's 3 years old, they got shitty looking teeth. My dog, my lab, he's over 10. He's 11 years old, and his teeth look spanking new. He's got teeth like a puppy. So Camo is doing awesome. He's doing awesome on all respects. I am keeping him a little bit longer, and that's because he did show some signs of kind of barn sourness when he would see people. Now, we did a lot of the training upstate, but we've also trained him down here too. And if I have him on the street, he's ignoring people. It isn't like, oh, look, here comes the weird guy walking down the street. He's paying attention to me, and we're doing drills. And that's what we want. So it's good. We want him to not worry about anybody. We don't really know who the asshole was that threw him away, but it was clear that he was an asshole, and there was abuse involved, and that, who in their right mind would take a puppy and ditch them on the side of a road? That's abuse. So there's probably other abuse there too, because they don't even, they just see it as, oh, just get rid of it. And look, like I said, how many millions of dogs does this happen to where they're just ditched? You know, it would be more humane if they would have ditched Camo, a puppy about 4.5 months old at the time, taken him to an animal shelter and ditched him. That would have been the humane thing to do. But instead, they just like ditch him on a road going into the, like I said, his parents like teach survival skills. So going into the survival camp. So he was ditched at the front, you know, as you go in. Horrible, horrible. Especially, he's a puppy, you know. He's friendly. He's not aggressive. He's aggressive in a good way. He'll try and climb up in your lap, and his owners are going to have to watch that. Like this guy, when we were at my house, a couple times he was trying to like jump up on the couch, and he did. He got up on the couch, and he was like looking at me like, look at this. I'm up on the couch. I'm like, no, you can't do that. He will try and get up on the bed, I'm sure. That seems like something Camo would like to do. Don't sleep with your dog. Sleeping with dogs is one of the worst things that you can do. It confuses the status of the dog. So like a dog like Camo that's friendly and cute, it causes a problem because he's cute when he's trying to crawl up on you, right? He's adorable. So the owners have to keep this in check, that like he is cute, he's friendly, but if he's allowed to cover a human or sleep with a human in a bed, that's only going to cause behavioral issues with Camo. We don't want behavioral issues with Camo. Camo is, I've done some preliminary work with him to be a hunting dog. There's much more that needs to be done if he's going to be a bird dog. Of course, man. We just, you know, we worked with all the retrieving items. Hey, Camo, give me that. All the retrieving items. Nuts. All the retrieving items have had bird scent on them, and so that's been done. He can use a dummy launcher. He can do retrieves, but there's much more for him to learn to be able to find a bird out in a field, of course. But we did more with him. One, because his parents are cool. First of all, they're cool, and Camo. What happened to Camo is uncool, and I'm in between. I'm sort of in between. I'm looking for my next board and train. I'm looking for that perfect dog. So I'm like I'm not in a hurry. You know, like I said, I'll turn down business. I want to work with dogs that I want to work with. So Camo can stay a little bit longer. I don't really care. You understand what I'm saying? So the more time Camo's here, the better. We'll keep conditioning everything in and keep making sure that Camo's compliant and make sure that he really is more as stable as he can be out on the street around people. And within the next few days, I'm going to take him on the subway because he is going to be a service dog. They want to train him to be a hunting dog and a service dog. So we want to make sure that he's good in public transportation. That's why I took him to get my oil changed to see how he would do like in a store, and he did awesome. He's great. He's great. And this is indicative of so many dogs that end up in bad situations. There's nothing wrong with this dog. Like the asshole that had him first was probably totally unrealistic. You know, the dog threw up in the car. I've heard of this before. The person doesn't want the dog anymore because the dog throws up in the car. Don't feed the dog when you're taking it for a ride, especially when they're puppies. Puppies get car sick. He had an asshole at the beginning, and then he met these two people who were like, let's get him trained. They did an investment in this dog by having him trained, by having him come to me. It's logical. It's totally logical. Certainly there was an emotional thing. Let's help the dog that's homeless, right? Certainly. I mean, anybody with a heart would be like, yeah, we'll keep the dog. But not just keeping the dog, but let's keep the dog, get the dog trained. Do you understand? They invested a lot of money in this dog, and it's smart. It's smart. This dog is awesome. It's awesome, and it's like I said, it's so true of so many dogs that are homeless. They're absolutely end up in a homeless situation. They're absolutely awesome, and it's just people having unrealistic expectations. Not these owners. They're totally realistic. Let's get this dog housebroken. Let's get this dog trained to do all basic obedience commands. That's realistic. Now when Cammo goes back, his owners can work with him. You know, they can keep training him the lifetime. His whole lifetime. Remember, training is the lifetime of the dog. See how he puts he's trying to do this. He's trying to cover me. That's a dominant position. We don't want him in a dominant position. It will confuse him. That's why he should never be sleeping on anybody's bed. Don't let your dog sleep on your bed. Don't give it people food. All dogs should be on a raw diet. This guy loves raw diet. He does. He eats it up like he's a little animal. The guy is so sweet. He's so sweet. When dogs come here, this is true. I bond all of them. Over a 30-day period and training them, I bond all of them. Some dogs, I got this thing, you know, when they come like this, when they're real young, it's really easy to bond to. And this guy's like my little buddy. Yes, he's turned into my little buddy. We go outside, it's raining, we're going to work, and then I'm like, Camo, let's get in the car and go get some coffee. I'll go through McDonald's drive-thru. So I put him in the front seat. McDonald's is like 2 blocks away or something. So I put him in the front seat, you know, and he just lays down on the front seat. You know, just lays there while I'm driving over a block away. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. He doesn't get car sick for me. He's a very good boy. I love the guy. Like I said, he's like my little buddy. He seems very loyal. I think my description of him is spot on. If something happened in the woods, he would not leave your side. This is a young couple that have this dog, and if they see this, I'm not telling you guys to have kids. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But if they did, this dog would probably be good with their kids. This dog really doesn't care about kids walking on the street, which is good. Like my dog, Ike, is real gregarious. This dog's sort of aloof with strangers, just doesn't really care about them. That's good, especially for being a service dog. My dog, Ike, the lab, wouldn't necessarily make a good service dog because he's like looking around. Maybe somebody's going to give me some attention, you know? This guy just sort of stays with who's handling him and not worried about any of that. Like if they had kids, they had a kid, Cammo seems like that. And let's give a scenario here. They have a kid, it's a 3-year-old kid, Cammo's 4, 5, 6 years old, whatever, however old he is in this hypothetical scenario. Their backyard, you know, right after the backyard is a state park or something, and the mother goes inside real quick, here's a phone or something, go to grab the phone, comes back, and the kid's gone. The kid started walking off into the state forest. I'm no way saying that this owner is responsible and wouldn't watch her kid. That's not what I'm saying. This is all hypothetical. The dog would follow the kid and stay with the kid until the kid was found. That's the kind of dog this is. He wants to cover me. They might find the kid sitting by a tree and Cammo laying across the kid's legs. Cammy? Cammy's so cute. Give me a kiss. A loyal, very loyal type of dog. This dog will make a great bird dog. I definitely think that this dog could learn to find birds in the field. Make a good service dog. Just a good general dog. He does an awesome heel. I was heeling with him off leash in New York City. Of course, I had a leash with me, but he stayed right at heel. We made it around the block, out in the country. That's with an e-collar on. This guy's e-collar wise. You want, if your dog is e-collar conditioned, you want to keep the e-collar on the dog until he's fully trained. And even after the dog is fully trained, you keep putting it on for 6 months, even though you're not using it. So with an e-collar on, this guy stays right by you at a textbook heel, which is awesome. He's awesome. Walking around in the woods up at my house with Camo is a blast. And that's exactly the kind of shit that his parents do. Like, you know, they do survival stuff. It's like extreme outdoor living. This dog is perfect for that kind of life. He is. I believe that they have a place, they live in the country in Vermont. Perfect. Fucking perfect. He's great. He's good in the house. As long as he's on a raw diet, he's probably not going to go to the bathroom in the house. You know, quit, Cam. Camo needs some attention. So, that's it. I just want to update everybody on Camo on how he's done since he's been here. A 10. Yes, he's doing great. Like I said, he could have gone. No, he could have gone back after 30 days. But I'm holding him a little bit longer just to make sure everything's conditioned in more. You know, like I said, I like the dog. I liked his parents. You know, his parents, his dog parents, his owners. Everybody knows that when I say his parents, I'm sort of, it's tongue in cheek. This is a dog. It's not a child. That fur baby bullshit. You all know I don't think that he's a baby. I don't think that Ike's my baby or Mango is my baby.
What a dick.
They're not. They're fucking dogs.
Caine, you're a lying son of a bitch. You call us your babies all the time. You say I'm your little fucking baby, you lying piece of shit.
No, it's me. It's me, Ike here. I'm in Papua New Guinea. Ooga booga. Yeah, it's me, Ike. Look, I'm here in Papua New Guinea. Yeah, I'm fitting right in. Yeah, nah. We're gonna shrink some heads later. And hey Caine, where's that chicken bone? Put the chicken bone in my hair so I look like a headhunter. Yeah, we're gonna shrink some heads later. And just stay tuned for our little special here on the New Guinea singing dog. Caine, is that right? They got a singing dog? Oh shit. Well, yeah, I guess that's right.
People have been on New Guinea for at least 40,000 years. Something very special happened along the way. The New Guinea singing dog, or singer, is a type once found throughout New Guinea and surrounding islands. This rare canine is also referred to as New Guinea dingo, singing dog, New Guinea highland dog, New Guinea wild dog, Holstrom dog, New Guinea highland wild dog, Papua New Guinea singing dog, and the acronym NGSD. Little is known about its life on New Guinea or whether it still exists there. All research has been performed on the captive population. The ancestors of New Guinea singing dogs were probably taken to New Guinea by early travelers thousands of years ago. Separated from the rest of the world, they developed without influence from other. The unique characteristics associated with this canine are attributed to its long-term isolation. Today, many New Guinea singing dogs are serving as companion and therapy dogs as a part of conservation efforts to focus attention on their exceptional intelligence and physical abilities. Singers have been shown in competitive dog shows. When shown in competition, New Guinea singing dogs are presented in their completely natural condition with no trimming or alterations of any kind.
What's the matter, little buddy? You seem like you've been a little bummed out lately.